Hello, very good evening. Namaste, and welcome to the Festival of Bharat. Today I'm joined by a very special guest all the way from Denmark, and in fact, she is the first Scandinavian guest that we have on our platform. Now, it's a very interesting introduction that I have for her because she has a Muslim ancestry and she's living in Denmark, which is a Christian majority state, and she has imbibed certain Hindu values. And she has a name which is predominantly Sikhi in nature, at least in pronunciation and in the way in which it sounds. Please join me in welcoming Amina Sardar ji. Amina ji, thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. I hope everything's well there.
Namaste, hello, hi to everyone. And I would like to say thank you for having me, Sharan. Yes, I live in Denmark. I'm born there, raised by a Muslim family. Originally, my roots, they are from Afghanistan, all the way back. I mean, literally way back. Right. But around 1930s or 20s, maybe around that plus minus, my great parents, ancestors, they moved to India, and there was no Pakistan at that point, and they moved to India, to a city called Dehradun. Right. So we have this connection to India, and then when Pakistan became, and the fight and all, then some of my family members went to Pakistan, and some remained in India. So there is this, connection in heart that I can feel that my family, they talk about a lot about India. And that's maybe I have it from so much, this connection, because, since childhood, I always heard good things. And as far as I know, somebody from my family, like grandparents, they were, they took their education in India, and they only came back to Pakistan because some other family members asked them to come and move, and come to Pakistan.
You had a chance to come to India anytime?
Listen, I would love to come. A couple of years ago, I wanted to come, but then my education started, so it came to a halt. But I would love to come. There is so much I would love to see. The temples, the food, the people, the culture. Oh my goodness, the culture is so with colors. I mean, if somebody would ask like, Amina, what about the Indian culture? If you could say it in one sentence, in one word, colorful, and fun. Right. So, but how much does it matter with my last name? Because my last name is Sardar. Right. How much of it is, to do with India in any way? I have no idea, to be frank. But but many people, they say you maybe you were, Indian or Sikh or something. You know what? Right. I'm not declining it because I don't know. All I know is that all the way back till 1800, at least, that I know, my roots are like Pathan, Afghani, right, and Muslim, you can say, and Sardar is like a family name.
Right.
So very
interesting. Let me straight off jump into my first question, Amina ji. Why did you leave Islam?
Well, you see, my purpose was never to leave Islam. That is the main interesting point here, because when I went into educating myself about Islam, that is how I left Islam. The thing is, I went in it because, first of all, there was an issue about drawing of Muhammad in around 2002-3, approximately, plus minus. And I, living in Denmark, couldn't understand why somebody could go out and burn the cars and, make a mess in the city because of a drawing. Right. And I was a Muslim at that point, and I was very much into like, no, you shouldn't do these things. Even as a Muslim, I didn't care whether they made him like a clown, because for me, Muhammad's face was not clear. I didn't know, why should I get upset in that sense? Right. So I was very calm. And then later on, because Facebook, was invented, and then people started coming. I came to Facebook very late, but then I started listening to people and reading people saying that Prophet Muhammad is a pedophile. And then I said, why are you saying he's a pedophile? He's not a pedophile. Where do you get that from? And then they said, listen, Amina, he's a pedophile. I said, what's your proof? And then they showed me the hadith, which is considered to be the Sahih, authentic hadiths. So I went, of course, home and I spoke with the elders and I said, is this true? And they said, yes. And then I said to myself, if I am supposed to respect the Prophet of Islam, then how can I accept a book like that? Because it's a blasphemy in itself. So I stopped believing in hadiths completely. And the consequences of not believing in hadiths anymore was that the Muslims started calling me a kafir, a disbeliever, just because I did not want to believe hadiths, but just the Quran. So that made me think as well, like, how can you call me a kafir when I'm not declining, saying that Quran, I'm not saying anything to Quran, I'm saying to the hadith, a man-made book. Anyway, then came the Quran, then I started researching the Quran, studying the Quran. And as further I went in the Quran, I started seeing on different platforms. One thing is I read something, but then I started Googling like crazy till 3 o'clock in the morning. And I used to sit in my living room till 3 o'clock in the morning. Do you know what I used to say? I used to say, Allah, show me the truth. And the funny part is, I did see the truth on so many different platforms that I ended up leaving Islam.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.